Hey, thank you guys for tuning into FOSA Spotlight. You're in the right place if you want to be inspired to be empowered. I am your host, Crystal Boyd. What another pleasure it is to bring a micro episode to you all. Short and sweet, and guess what? You guessed it. It gets you on and with your day. So it's not too much there. Today's subject matter is rebuilding. And I just like the idea of this because it encompasses considering failure. I mean, because obviously, if you're rebuilding, then there's something that didn't work. And what didn't work? What didn't work? That's your own question to ask yourself. But obviously, you're recovering from something being damaged, something being destroyed, and that's natural. But what can you benefit out of all of the rebuilding? I say, I got a good example. I got a great example. All right, so we have a puzzle, and we put that puzzle piece together. I don't know about you guys and where you all are in dealing with puzzles, but if you're probably on average, you've done a puzzle before, maybe not the 1,000 piece, maybe not even the 500, but you've done I hope you've done at least a puzzle of like 100, 200, because it really, really kind of lays this format out. And so you looking at the box and you putting it together, and you know what? You eventually get the puzzle all the way together. And then you may decide to do it again, right? So now when you put the puzzle together, there's a familiarity there. There's that experience and all of that. And so even though the puzzle was a challenge before, it doesn't quite ring as much of a challenge going forward, just because now you're kind of used to it. You're getting used to it. So, in essence, if we take that same experience and apply that in this scenario, or what I'm trying to inspire you all on, is just don't be afraid to rebuild. There are times in your life that you really probably are not going to be able to continue on in the same journey. The mission, direction, relationships, and all kinds of things are going to require some time and end. And that's okay. Oh my gosh, that's okay, because it's life. There's always a beginning and end of something. But honestly, it's one of Solomon's words out of the Old Testament. And he references that the end of something is better than the beginning. And, I guess in my earlier days, it was kind of difficult to really understand that. But I guess now, of course, at this tender age, even more tender. LOL, LOL. Yeah, I can really see what he means by that. And, I would just take a stab at it and say that at the end, you know what it is. At the beginning, it's always questions. But at the end, it's concluded. There's nothing to guess about anymore. And so that end can bring some peace of mind if you let it and you allow it, and you have your ability to be more experienced and apply that. Have more wisdom, insight, and apply that. I think these are wonderful things that we obviously benefit from going forward when we're thinking about rebuilding. Another element that I believe rebuilding has included is your ability to handle change. And boy, oh boy, I think I've mentioned this in another episode, and I didn't quote unquote make it an episode about change, but I think it's just so important when it comes to just inspiration and things that move you, empower you. Obviously, you're going to have to equip yourself to handle change and handle it well. If you cannot master it, it's going to go well with you, because it's going to always be some changes to get accustomed to. And sometimes that fear of change is what will keep you in the same place, the same school, even though school may have more of a specialty or in that line of work that you plan on going to. That new job opportunity in a different city may scare you because now you don't know how you're going to handle those type of things. But you know what? What is on the other side? Other than you being adjusted and accepting the change. I don't believe change hurts you. It can't bite you, right? It can't do anything to you, but the way you work with that and allow yourself to say, hey, what is it that I'm really scared of out of this situation? And because perhaps that's keeping you from rebuilding. Perhaps that's keeping you from going forward. But I encourage you today to just reflect on that and see areas that, could possibly keep you back from rebuilding. I'm even in a rebuilding stage in my life. It's never about one time I get settled and then it's like, oh my goodness, it's a new level. Oh, speaking of new levels. Yeah, I know you guys play video games, or at least you all have, right? Yeah, you're not living on this earth, and you never have. You telling me you haven't played Sonic, you haven't played Mario? Yeah, I'm not gonna believe that. So, anywho, what I like about these games, and I want to say even Zelda, is each level required you to master that level before you went to the next level. How cool is that? And that's just what it is. And it was change. Oh my goodness. It was like different features. You might have fire, I don't know. It was new. Unfortunately, it was new enemies and stuff like that. But, you've seen it or whatever. And, that was the case. But, yeah, you had to reorganize. Yeah, you rebuild and you go forth and you continue on to be great. I think that is so much of the focal point, and just don't let that stop you. I'm really sure I can dive into this subject matter more, but I'm going to keep it on short and sweet. So ask yourself today, where is it that you can rebuild? And if you have some hesitation or some procrastination, just know that's your experience now. That experience almost is wisdom. It's wisdom to help make better decisions, well-informed decisions. And while we don't live in a perfect world, I think you can rest in, if you've done your best, forget the rest. And I got that from Run DMC, right? Reverend Run. Yeah, shout out to Reverend Run on that one. I use that often. So just don't get scared of rebuilding. Don't let that stop you. Change that job. Change the school. Do something that you weren't anticipating doing. Something isn't right. Get it left. And it's okay. It is okay. But what is not okay is for you not to go forth and be great. It's a pleasure. It always is. And this is really the end this time. So if you haven't already, like, comment, share, subscribe, and also go check us out on our website, www.fosa.company, and connect with us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and don't forget to IG me. Until next time. Okay now. Bye-bye then.